Hey there, YouTube. Welcome back to the Gecko. Another day, another video for you guys. Someone said I speak way too fast and has no idea that I can speak a lot faster than that, but they won't understand a single thing that I say, so it really doesn't matter. Anyway, this video is gonna be probably a one-take video. I'm just gonna ramble for as long as I can, and you guys are gonna watch me play Labyrinth, which is super ironic, but still, I had about 20,000 stars, and I just said screw it. I'm just gonna use them all and make this video. I'll try to keep it short and simple, but it's probably not gonna happen because I want to ramble and I want to ramble and I want to get pissed. But let's talk about the main story, which is this. What you're seeing on your screen right now. You woke up this morning thinking, oh, I'll play Lords Mobile a little bit. And then you got this message of a game update, which most of you might have not read, but I did. And then I saw the second to last point, which is gift shop. You can now only send gifts to guildmates with lower might than you. And I looked at it and I said, what the fuck is that all about? Are you serious? I'm in a 50 billion might guild. How am I gonna help my teammates? What the hell is this? So I said, you know what? I'm gonna do a little bit of research. I'm gonna wait a little bit. And good thing that I waited because IGG released a statement about 40, 50 minutes ago from the moment I recorded this. So I'll read that as well. But I said I'll do a little bit of research and show it to you guys. So let's look at the terms of service of IGG. I highlighted the most important section in license to use, the third clause, which says blah 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 blah, all the copyright stuff, and then it says at the bottom, you further agree not to sell, auction, trade, sublicense, rent, lease, loan, or transfer any account character, game resources, or any copyrighted material except as expressly permitted under Clause 6. So then I scrolled down and went to Clause 6. Clause 6 basically says that as long as you're a player with two players within the same game, within the same server, IGG game, you're permitted to trade all these different things, and you're permitted to do like in-game trades based on what IGG systems allow you to do. So if it's a trade one for resources, if you can send people resources, just send them and all that stuff, what is allowed in game, what happens in game, as long as you're within the same server, you're allowed to do it. All other trading, sublicensing, renting, leasing, loaning, selling, or transfer of accounts, characters, game resources, including without limitation, trading account IDs, account names, and all other out-of-game transfers are strictly prohibited. Further, any transactions in connection with game resources or other services among users or provision of in-game services such as power leveling for real money, in quotes, payment, or payment outside the service is strictly prohibited. This is a very abundant, very well-rounded statement. Like it should be like terms of service, I guess. It's as vague as it can be, and I mean it's also as strict as it can be, I guess. About 40 minutes ago, IGG released the following statement about the correction. Dear lords and ladies, we've received several questions about the latest update and changes to our gift shop. Please see below the reasons why we made the changes. It has come to our attention that some gem sellers and irregular purchasers sold their illegally obtained gems in-game via gift shop function. This behavior has a serious impact on fairness of the game. Number 2, some players will receive those gems and items without realizing they are illegal. This in turn will influence their account security. In order to sustain the game and keep it fair for all players, we changed the gift shop function. We sincerely ask of all of our lords and ladies support and kind understanding. Important statement as an addition to all this, right? IGG will always do what they can to prevent all kinds of action which impairs players' benefits. We will never stop taking actions to stop fraudulent activity, gem trades, etc. We are committed to keeping the game balanced and giving all of our lords and ladies a better gaming experience. And you know what? I wanted to record a one-take video. I probably sound different now than I did earlier because I was amped up and I actually recorded a video. It was long, it was rambly, it was me calling for action and all that. But then I calmed down, I talked to a few people, and honestly, like this is too young to go crazy about. All these boycotts that are going on and all the things that you're seeing on the screen, people boycotting the game and boycotting purchases and boycotting this and boycotting that, is not really like it will help. It'll certainly help. After all, IGG is a publicly traded company and their stock has gone up like 75% in March because of Lords Mobile's purchases and growth of their monthly revenue. So if you boycott the game enough, it'll most likely drop their monthly revenue enough for them to actually say, okay, well, this is a problem. But listen, like, first of all, the first wave of madness and craziness and like anger and frustration and the things that have been said about IGG and about the game and about everything in the groups and in game and on Facebook and everywhere else is just nuts. I calmed down a little bit after rambling on about how much we need to boycott and all that BS, but honestly, what I wanted to do with this video was to ramble, and I'm gonna turn it into an information video for you guys to understand the IGG side so you guys can actually make accurate statements. People are saying all these different things about how this is either illegal, this is not cool, this is not allowed, and all that stuff. So I wanted to bring IGG's side with the terms of service and their statements and all that out in the public for you guys. What I want to do though is I want to start a conversation in the comments. Let me know what you think. Please do me a favor. No, fuck IGG and they suck and fuck this game and all that. Let's talk. Let's have a conversation. See how we can fix this. See how we can voice our opinion as players to IGG and the rest of the community. I will definitely, more than certainly, like for you guys to send this video out so people can know IGG's side in terms of the like legal part of it. Okay, our side, the player side, is a little bit on the edge. I on the one hand agree that boycotting might work and boycotting might get their attention, but as someone in my guild said, and that someone is actually Bren Chong, you know, like you'd say, oh, Bren doesn't care. Bren has a ton of money and spent as much money as he wants. He doesn't care about these things. He made the point where he said that, you know, there is an exploit, and there was an exploit where people were selling tons of gems, and Chinese players and accounts were doing like 50, 60 accounts sitting there and just leeching gems and sending to their main. Like today alone from the maintenance, if you had like 20 accounts, you made 24-hour speed ups. Like that's a ton of gems. There's a guy who has 84 alts. You know what 84 alts is? 84 alts today made about 130,000 gems just from today's maintenance. You remember there was a maintenance that was like 6,000 gems. There were maintenance with 10,000 gems and stuff like that. That guy made hundreds and thousands of gems. So there is people exploiting this, and IGG right now are trying to close the bleeding. And this is something that Brand said, and I really like the way he said it because it's a business, as he says. It seems that people took their business and theirs and tried to make a living from them. And that's quoted from him, by the way, and he is right to that extent. However, I do agree that this will not be permanent. I think this will not be permanent. I think they're trying to add regulations to how you trade gems. This is probably not going to be the last we hear about this, but I will say this. Instead of going mad and refunding all your accounts and doing all these things and quitting the game and all that stuff, people should calm down. Let's have a conversation down in the comments. Let's send this video to everyone you know so they know the terms of service and all the things that are going on in the background. And let's have an honest conversation. Let's talk down in the comments and see how we can solve this issue. Let's leave actual comments so that I can send this video to IGG in a couple of days, and I will send it to them. I have no relationship with them as a YouTuber, by the way, and I probably never will have a relationship with them after this video, but I'll send it to them on Twitter, and I'll ask you guys, you know, my link is down below to follow me and retweet it when the day comes. I'll send it on Facebook. I'll make sure they get our comments, so make sure you comment below. My opinion is that I don't like it. I actually really hate it. I understand they're trying to close this exploit. People were really using these gem trading, and sales of gems have gone up like crazy. People making 30 million gems on Labyrinth and selling them for like $25,000 and making profit out of the game, which is really not what the game is all for. And they're trying to close the bleeding. I can understand that. This was not the way to go. This is way too extreme in my opinion, and it will most likely change. There's no way it stays like this because this ruins a whole ecosystem of smaller players trying to build up their bigger guild mates to help them out a little bit. This closes out like a lot of opportunities for smaller players to have an impact on bigger players, just like bigger players have impacts on smaller players. It makes no sense that the 1 billion player, or not even that, now the 200 or 300 million player who just got zeroed can't get a couple of speed ups from his lower might guild mates, can't get a relocator in case he's stuck without one and without guild coins and without gems for that matter, or even doesn't want to spend his gems. That's okay too. So there's a lot of things going on right now, and I've calmed down after being super hyped about telling everyone to boycott and all that stuff. I think everyone should take a breath. Let's wait and see what happened. It's barely been what? Not even 24 hours since this happened. People are going crazy, man. Like, calm down. It's not even been 24 hours. Let's see how things turn out, and let's go from there. Meanwhile, let's have our conversation down below. Leave a like button, share this video. Thank you very much for watching. I apologize that this is not necessarily what it looked like or what it was intended to be in the beginning, but as I've slowed down and started breathing a little more and calmed down, I realized that going mad and going crazy and like getting on the train, on the hype train of like madness that's been going on right now is not going to help anyone. Let's give it some time. Let's have the conversation. Let's see how we can work things out. And I'm sure we will find a different way to exploit this game. Once again, like everyone does, like every time there's a little bit of an exploit, people use it. People will find a way to send gems. That's how it works. Nothing we can do about it. Until the next time, thank you very much for watching. And yeah, let's talk. Let's see what people think down below. Anyway, I said anyway already. Okay, well, cheers. Later.